morning, students. Welcome to our KLE's Greek College of Commerce online classes. Let us continue our discussion on industrial economics subject. In first unit, industrial development. In last class, we studied factors influence on industrial development, factors discouraging of industrial development, and concept of public sector industries, introduction, definition of public sector industries, and role of public sector industries we studied. And today we are moving to next concept is the growth and performance of public sector units. In India, the public sector enterprises or units are playing very important role in industrial development as well as the development of the country. The growth rate of India after Independence Day of India, and what was the condition of public sector industries, public sector such as investment and number of public sector units, and so what was their condition, what is their condition, and what will be the condition of public sector units, and performance of public sector industries in India, and what is the contribution was given by the public sector to national income, and so what was the contribution to agriculture development, industrial development, service sector development, and introducing programs by the central government, and formulation of plans for welfare programs and development of the nation. So everything, the the successful mantra was taken by public sector units in India. And what is the growth rate of public sector units? The first industrial policy was introduced by Government of India in the year of 1948. In the year of 1948, the industrial policy was introduced by India. So that policy was regulating and mentioned role of government in industrial and manufacturing arms. So such as communication, atomic energy, railway should be exclusive monopoly. See, the 1948 industrial policy was regulating to India, was regulating to government of India. See, the atomic energy industries, communication industries, arms, it means defense industries should be exclusive from monopoly sector. It means the defense, atomic energy, communication, and railway departments, railway sector will be handled by Government of India. Because of these sectors are very important industries, these industries. So because of will be taken welfare of the people, welfare of the nation purposes, and confidential purposes, these industries are undertaken by the Government of India and run by the government only. So for example, present the defense sector, the managed by central government, and defense industries managed by government, railway department managed by government, and atomic energy also development managed by government, and one more is the communication sector. So post, telegraph, and BSNL also managed by central government. In the year of 1948, policy was given the importance to such industries are run by the government only. So those industries are not privatization, but present days privatization will be dominant role in India. See, for example, BSNL industry or BSNL firm will be minimizing their dominant role in India. So because of failure of competence and failure of competing against private industries such as Zio, Airtel. Okay, so this is the secondary condition. Then the Act of 1951, the Industrial Policy Act, and one more 1956 Industrial Act were greater role of the public sector enterprises or public utility services to achieve national and socialistic pattern. In the year of 1951 and 1956, again Government of India enacted two policies regarding the industrial sector. So such policies were given more importance to acting as a socialistic pattern in India. So those policies were given more importance to making of a socialistic pattern in India and given more importance to public sector enterprises. So then the 1948 industrial policy, 1951 industrial policy, 1956 industrial policy, these three policies were given importance to public sector units to make a socialistic pattern and achieving the socialistic pattern in India. So because of the public sector industries are need huge amount of expenditure to implementation and construction of industries, and will be encouraging further industries, so providing raw materials and intermediate products to remaining industries purposes will be so important of public sector industries. So these investment taken by only India, because of private persons, private individuals or capitalists, they are hesitating to invest their money because of gain and loss. Okay, so then the growth rate of the public sector industries. The growth rate of public sector industries in the year of 1951, number of public sector units only 5, and so the capital employed in crores only 29 crore. Because of so at the time 1951 we got the freedom from British. That time the experts was engaged in formulation of government and constitution of our own. So therefore the 1951 only number of public sector industries are 5, and investment so in those industries only 29 crore. Then come to 1991, see number of public sector industries 234, and so capital invested by government 1,02,083 crore. See the 1951 to 1991. So here the 40 years, the gap between 40 years. See the number of public sector industries increasing from 5 to 234, and investment applied 29 crore to 1,02,083 crore. Then again 1919 and 2000, see number of public sector industries 232, and so capital employed in those industries 3,03,400 crore rupees. See the simultaneously the progress of the public sector enterprises are increasing. See number 5 to 234 and 232, 1951, 91 and 99, 2000. See even the capital employed by government also increasing simultaneously, 29 to 1 lakh, 1 lakh to 3 lakh something. So crore employed by government of India in public sector enterprises. See, but in present days, so the first plan to 7th plan, government of India was given more importance to public sector enterprises, but after onwards 8th plan to till today plan, the role of the public sector enterprises has been declining because of loss of public sector enterprises. So for example, HMT, Hindustan Machine Tools, was closed by government of India because of loss. So then the BSNL also in loss in present days. Such industries were so closed and disinvestment by the government. So because of after 8th 5-year plan to Then the public sector and private sector investment during plan period. So what was the investment ratio by the public sector and private sector during plan period? See the first plan, the 46 public sector, 56 percentage private sector, 46, 56, and then second 5 year plan, so 54 public sector, 46 private sector investment taken by the projects. Then the third sector, third 5 year plan, 65, 35, 65 done by public sector and 35 only private sector, and during plan period, so fourth plan 64, 36, fifth is 69, 31, and sixth is 61, 31 investment so taken by public sector and private sector, so both were in developmental activities in industrial sector. So then the performance of public sector units, the performance of public sector units so are the first implementing economic objectives. The performance of public sector units in India, the first ambition of public sector enterprises are making the socialistic pattern of country, making socialistic pattern of countries because of so providing basic amenities to the public and providing the fundamentals goods and services to the people and providing infrastructure facilities to agriculture sector, industrial sector and service sector, and make balance among the rich and poor, make balance among the male and female, so make balance in so socialistic social inequalities also. See, because of the socialistic pattern of society is the welfare society. Welfare is nothing but the inclusiveness of all things development. Growth rate is called welfare. No one will be exclusive, inclusive of all people, inclusiveness of all sectors like industrial sector, service sector, agriculture sector, education, health, sanitation, all sectors growth rate is called welfare. So that is a socialistic pattern of India. Then the providing infrastructure facilities like transport facility, energy, water, financial support, and land acquisition policies, and approaching foreign direct investment to industrial sector, and collaboration of industries, sharing knowledge to knowledge from abroad to our nations. The implementing of socialistic pattern of society is very the first point of performance of public enterprises in India. And even so, Government of India heavy industries was launched during second 5 year plan. The second 5 year plan was given more priority to development of industrial sector, establishing small scale, medium scale and large scale industries, so which we called heavy industries. Heavy industries were need huge expenditure of construction of building, installment of machineries. Such expensive taken by the government of India to development of industrial sector. For example, iron and steel industries, fertilizer industries, and seed industries, mineral industries, Indian Oil Corporation, Central Coalfield Limited, Mineral and Metals Trading Corporation, and State Trading Corporation, ONGC, Indian Petrochemicals Limited, Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited, HAL, BHEL. Such enterprises are heavy engineering corporation. So BHEL, so Hindustan Machine Tools. So such industries were established by India. So in undertaken management and ownership by the central government. The each and every so the observation taken by Government of India such industries. Okay, so then the category wise growth, the growth rate of public sector enterprises in India. So we are categorized, divided into two categories. The first one is top 10 profit making enterprises and the top 10 loss making enterprises. The top 10 profit making enterprises are Indian Oil Corporation, Central Coalfield, Mineral and Metals Trading Corporation, State Trading Corporation, Oil and Natural Gas Commission, Indian Petrochemicals Limited, Hindustan Petrol Corporation Limited, Bharat Heavy Electrical Limited, and Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited, Western Coalfield Limited are so top 10 profit making industries, profit making public industries in India. So again the second category is so top 10 loss making enterprises. So those are Fertilizer Corporation of India, Eastern Coalfield Limited, Hindustan Fertilizer Corporation Limited, Heavy Engineering Corporation, Delhi Transport Corporation, Bharat Coking Coal Limited, so National Fertilizer Limited, Hindustan Steel Works Limited, and Bharat Aluminium Company Limited, and Air India. So these industries are top 10 loss making industries in India. So we are categorizing so two. The first one is profit making public enterprises and loss making enterprises. I will be given the clear notes after finishing first unit. What are the companies are profit making? What are the industries are loss making? So in your after completing the first unit, I will be providing so clear notes. Okay. Then the weakness of public sector industries. So in India, public sector enterprises, various bottlenecks or obstacles or problems are faced by public sector enterprises. In initial stage 2 or modern days, ancient days to modern days, or British rule to modern days, British government to modern India, the public sector enterprises are facing a lot of weaknesses. So those weaknesses are, first one is time lag. The public sector enterprises, whatever undertaken projects completion time will be long period. So delaying of the time is the major weakness of public sector enterprises. So whatever programs are introduced by the government, those programs so will not be successful within a period of time, will be so delaying by the public sector enterprises in themselves also and government projects also. The completion of a project will be new, so time element is very large. That is also one of the major weakness by the public sector enterprises. So you should be observation the present public sector services, public sector utilities, public sector industries are always the officers always so delaying of given their services to public. So then the dependent, the public sector enterprises are dependent on dominant persons, politicians, and other persons. So they are not taken their own decision. The public sector enterprises, the leader of the public sector or entrepreneur of the public sector enterprises, they are not taken immediate action on industrial development or growth of industries. So that is also one of the biggest weakness of public sector enterprises. So the third one is efficiency, lack of efficiency by the laborers. In public sector enterprises, even A grade to D grade officers, D grade so employers, they are always inefficient. They are not so given their so much service to production activity or profit making activities or production making activities. They are always lazy persons. They are not given efficient service to so making of products and making of services. So that is also one of the major weakness in the public sector enterprises. So then no competition. See, the present public sector enterprises or industries are not competitive against so private sectors. So for example, if you take the fresh example is BSNL, Bharat Sanchar Nigam Limited company, so will be delivered to fight against so Airtel company, Jio companies because of lack of competition by the public sector enterprises. So then interference. So in administrative sector, the external persons like politicians and other persons, they are interference. They are so making a dominant role in so making of decisions about growth and development, profit or so output decisions or profit. It means the interference by the external person is also one of the major problem in so public sector enterprises. Let me stop. We shall continuing our class. We shall continuing our discussion in next class.